So, why are we here? So, we need CO2 storage to meet our climate targets. I think this becomes more and more obvious with each passing year. And what we're here today to answer is this scale up feasible? How do we achieve this? We look at the number of projects that we have and we see this massive growth. The global CCS report, for example, in 2023 noticed a 63% rise in projects since 2022. That is a fantastic increase, and we see that is not an uncommon story across the world. They see 119 projects in process in Europe. And I know I said this last year, but it's such a fantastic thing for me. I've been working in CO2 storage for 23 years, and I used to be able to count the number of projects on both hands across the whole world. And now I need all of my hands and toes just for the UK, and I still need more digits. So it's fantastic to see this growth. And I think that what's driving it is the climate targets that we've set for ourselves. We see the net zero, we see um, we see the Green Deal, and that's a fantastic driver in Europe. We see lots of incentives. We see the Connecting Europe facility, the Innovation Fund. We see the Net Zero Industry Act that will encourage data release, and we think that's a hugely positive thing for CCS because it will help us fill in the areas in the map that are still a little bit fuzzy and help us really understand where our storage options are and how we can optimize use. So we see from the early projects the importance of national support. And I think one of the quotes I'm going to save from yesterday was, if you want to go fast, you need to go together, because that's what CO2GeoNet is all about. We're about, let's do this together. Let's drive forward together. Let's share lessons learned. And I think the Net Zero Industry Act will also support sharing of those learnings from first CCS projects. So I think we need to grow together, and we are doing this. So we see an atlas coming out, and Anka is going to give us an introduction to this. We see, look across Europe, we see opportunities. We see many, many projects coming online, and today we're going to talk about, we're going to have Anka will introduce the CO2 storage atlas. So we want to have a common vision across Europe for what the subsurface looks like and how we best use it. We then have some talks that will talk us through what can we learn from other industries that are going fast? How can we accelerate CCS towards these huge targets? How can we roll out these projects? So in the world, we have many large infrastructure projects. What learnings can we bring to CCS? We see success in renewables. How can we use that to help CCS do even better? And then later on today, we're going to focus on optimizing use of the subsurface. And I think that was an important message as well from yesterday. So we have a lot of pore space, but we need to think about how do we optimize its use? There's lots of different competing technologies, all of which want to use the surface or the subsurface. How do we optimize use? And so I think we've got a very interesting day ahead of us. So enough from me.